Welcome to another episode, everyone. And there in the Los Angeles County Jail, the Southsiders brutalized a couple of whites, a couple of woods. They refer to themselves in the county jail and in prison as woods, do the whites. And everyone else referred to them as woods as well. And there in the dorm in Wayside, the woods were indeed under the umbrella of the Southsiders. You can say that they were paying for protection. They were riding with the Southsiders, but it wasn't necessarily them riding with the Southsiders. Understand that in the Los Angeles County Jail, the woods were not receiving any respect. Not even from myself at this time, because of the way that they were carrying themselves there in the Los Angeles County Jail. They needed protection. It got to a point where the police had to move the woods to their own dorm in order to protect them. Because, again, the Los Angeles County, and they needed this protection because the county jail is full of hyenas. And understand that these woods are not Nazi lowriders. They're not skinheads. They're not members of the Aryan Brotherhood. These are woods coming to the Los Angeles County Jail from Beverly Hills and Calabasas. These individuals are rich. They're lawyers, doctors even. They got pulled over and got caught with a little coke because they like to blow. And they ended up in the Los Angeles County Jail full of violent individuals. They're not used to tattooed monsters with an insatiable appetite for blood. A lot of them get in the Los Angeles County Jail and they are extremely lost, looking for protection and looking for help. Hell, even the blacks who are not strong individuals have problems surviving against these other blacks that are in there, who are diabolical hyenas. So really these woods that are coming through who are used to dressing in three-piece suits and having a lot of money in Beverly Hills hit the county jail. And it's like, as my guy John said a couple of weeks ago, it's like life on Mars. They don't know what to do. So the woods hit the dorm in Wayside where the Southsiders are at. And the Southsiders are in there and they're strong. They're taking care of business. And the Southsiders let the woods know that they can fall in with them as long as they fall under the program. Essentially, they'll protect them, but they have to essentially pay a fee and do what they are told. Long story short, the Southsiders tell the woods that when they are done with their workout routine, the woods need to get on the floor, get in that circle, and work out as well. This is mandatory. Southsiders conveyed to the woods that though we have your back, we expect you to have your own back as well. Riots are kicking off daily. You have to be prepared. We're not just going to be sitting in the front line and protect y'all while y'all are back there and put our lives on the line for you all. You have to be willing to protect yourself as well, and then we'll have your back. And in order to protect yourself, you have to be ready. You have to be in shape. You have to be strong. Everything is going as planned for a little while. Then a wood enters the dorm. Let's call him Charlie Sheen, because he sort of looked like Charlie Sheen and he had a problem like Charlie. And he laid in the bed constantly when it was time to work out. First couple of days he did work out with the woods after the Southsiders were done with their routine. Then he began to lay in the bed when it was time to work out with the blanket all over his head. These individuals are coming in there recovering. Some of them are all out dope fiends of every race. Of every race. Some of them are, used to be an ongoing thing, an ongoing saying that, you're going to jail to get your size back, get your weight back. Dudes have been out here smoking that stuff, broke, bummy. Then they go to jail, they showering, they cut their hair, they're eating constantly. Then they start working out to get big. 2 months, 3 months later, he get out, he's a totally different person. You don't know who he is. So some of these dudes, they're going in there and they're sick without these drugs that they abuse every day. Apparently, old Charlie Sheen was one of them. So he's laying in the bed. He couldn't get out of the bed. He's sick. He's only been in jail a few days. He's a fiend. So the Southsiders tell him, bro, you have to work out with the rest of them every day. What's your deal? Well, old Charlie lets them know. Well, my deal is I can't get out of bed most of these mornings. I'm sick. I'm recovering. You guys know how that is. Some of you guys come in here, I'm sure you've been sick and recovering. I'm sick. I'm recovering. They said, well, you was working out the first couple of days. I said, yeah, I had a little strength then. Now it's all hitting me, man. I don't have no problem working out. I'll work out when I can. But right now, I can't. If I can't get out of the bed, I can't get out of the bed. Basically, he tell them, I don't know what to tell you. I can't get out of the bed. Well, this answer is not sufficient with the Southsiders, who are extremely serious about their structure. And they don't let anything slide, even with their own people. So I see this is not going to go over well. Well, they didn't hesitate. They didn't waste much time. But apparently they had told themselves that if he doesn't get up tomorrow morning to work out, we gonna boo-bop him and get him out of here. And that's exactly what happened. Old Charlie had already stated his case. I don't know what to tell you. If I can get up, I will. If I can't, I won't. He lied there in the bed the next morning and didn't get up, saying, hey, whatever, I told y'all. This one of the mornings I can't get up. Well, the Southsiders had already developed a plan in their mind, apparently, that if he doesn't get up, we're going to attack him. So they went over there. He was lying in the bed, and they got off on him, about 3 of them. You just heard old Charlie over there yelling. He woke up to a bunch of fists crashing his face. Nevertheless, he had the wherewithal to run to the gate. Oh, yeah, he broke like Usain Bolt. He got over there quickly. He started screaming and yelling, help, let me out of here, help. The police right there, bro. God, what are you doing? This dude, and the Southsiders, they just sort of let him go. They had already punched on him. And once he ran and broke, they just sort of bagged up. Police like, what's up, man? What's your problem? They walking towards him, though, with the key to let him out. They're like, what's up, man? What's the problem? Like, man, just get me out of here. Get me out of here. I got to get out of here. He left. But now another wood that he used to kick it with a little bit was unhappy about this. Let's call him Ferman, as in Mark Ferman. This is who he reminded me of, the individual that testified in the O.J. Simpson trial. The Raven racist. Mark Ferman. This individual had the same haircut and the same demeanor. And really, truthfully, he had some sort of heart, because he actually approached the Southsiders about them abusing old Charlie and said, why would y'all do that? He told you he would work out if he could. And when he could, you seen him over here working out before. It's not like he was trying to get out of the program, but he was sick. Now, old Ferman, he has had a little experience. I don't know if he had been to prison, but he had been to the county jail before at least. So he's telling the Southsiders, I've seen some of you individuals come in off of that black, that Tizar, that down baby, that Beyonce. And you guys were sick to death, nodding off. You had to recover. and you were allowed to do so. Why is it that your politics allow you to recover, but my people were not able to recover, and you guys just beat on them and ran them out of there? They're like, man, he was a coward anyway. He ran to the gate. And bro, he didn't follow the program. The program is the program. No one is going to escape the program. No one, not even our people. We'll do the same thing to our people. It's not because it was your people. Nevertheless, your people are with us. We're helping you guys. We're protecting you. You have to follow the program. That's it. But Ferman, he was persistent. He had an attitude about it. He was like, nah, man, that wasn't right. So finally, the South Side was like, so, like, you got a problem? You know, like, this going to be a problem? Ferman just basically huffing and puffing like he's not answering, as if to say, it might be a problem. Outsiders begin to think Ferman is having sinister machinations, that perhaps they need to neutralize him immediately. He's a threat. He's not making his position clear. So the die was cast, and the decision was made swiftly. Ferman had to go. The Southsiders were determined to issue out a demonstration for all of the onlookers, for the other Woods who were there who may decide not to get in line. Well, this will be the fate that you will suffer, was the message. Later on that day, it didn't take long. They oftentimes move rapidly. Ferman is sitting down at the card table playing cards with a couple of other Woods, like everything is sweet. He think he's at a candy factory. But ain't nothing sweet around here, Mark. Ferman, you in the big times. It's extremely violent in here. Blood is shed daily. As he's sitting down playing cards, I see the move immediately. I'm over there on the phone, and I'm looking, and I see a couple of Southsiders speaking with themselves first. And then it's about 4 of them, actually. They talking a little bit. I'm looking for who about to do it. I'm looking for anything that's off. I'm over there on the phone, and I'm looking at the South for anything that's off. Who about to make this move? Because a move is about to be made. This I know. Ferman doesn't know it, but I know that he's done. He didn't challenge this individual, and the individuals that he was challenging are seasoned individuals. They took umbrage immediately, and the decision was made immediately that Ferman had to exit the dorm in the most violent of ways. I see him over there grouped up, and I say, there they go. They about to get him. They separate. About 4 of them, 2 go this way, 2 go the other way. I said, oh yeah, for sure. In fact, I told my people on the phone, I'll call you back. I got off the phone and told a couple of blacks that was like around me, come on, like, let's go. We going up the stairs. We just about to get out of the way of this. It's about to get ugly down here. And they approached. Ferman did look up for a minute, still blind to the facts that his days were numbered. An attack is imminent, and he didn't pick it up. They're coming right at him. He looked up and went back to playing cards, not really understanding what's going on. Stay in Beverly Hills. Stay in Calabasas. This is not the place for you. The Southsiders got up on him, and one of them punched him first. Bam! And another one hit him. Bam! And Ferman got up and immediately looked like he was running for the gate, just like old Charlie. They wasn't about to let that happen. He had went too far. At least Charlie just couldn't get up and just didn't work out. But Ferman had got in their face and challenged him. Challenged their structure. This was clearly personal. And they clipped him when he tried to run, tripped him. Bam, get out. It's not happening. And got on him. Yes, indeed. They had blinkies. They had the blammers out. And they was on him. They was hitting him up. The other was, they didn't do anything. This is not prison. In prison, it would have been different. Again, these are not, they're racist, just like Ferman is. Because they all are. Black people have no allies, nowhere. The sooner you understand that, the better off you will be. Nevertheless, they're not skinheads. They're not a bunch of Hitlers. They're some wannabes, but they're not tough. And Ferman, he's yelling as well, screaming. I mean, he is yelling like he's trying to get up, but they're not letting him up. And they are abusing this individual. They're beating him back. They beating him and they're hitting him. He was leaking. There's blood everywhere. He's leaking. He's still yelling though. The yells are turning into moans. The yells are getting more faint as this abuse and this attack carries on. He still has some strength and energy to yell out until finally the police caught wind of what was going on and got in there and saved that individual and saved his life by getting him out of, rushing him out of there to medical. They got the Southsiders too. They didn't even try to get away. They didn't run. They didn't throw their knife. They didn't do anything. Because when the police ran in there, they were still on them. It wasn't a situation. It wasn't one of those situations where we just about to hit him up and then go back to our bunks and try to get away, like they did with Charlie. This was obviously a call where get this dude and don't stop, and that's what they did. The county jail is a violent place. It's a vicious place. Even now, it is. It was way worse back in the days, even before my time. But during my time, it was extremely vicious, as was prison, of course. And the best thing is just to stay out of there, especially if you're not that tough and you're not about that life you think you are. But if you haven't been out here fighting on the street, then that's good. But if you're a gang member and all this and you think you're tough, you're running around because you're shooting up everything and you're shooting up everybody, you got a gun, that doesn't make you tough, doesn't make you a killer. Everybody has a gun. Anybody can pull a trigger. That means nothing. You get in there because you done shot and killed someone because you like to carry your gun and use it all the time. Because you're scared to do anything else. You're scared to fight. Because you're 60 pounds, soaking wet, not in any kind of good health or shape. You don't stand a chance. So you keep your weapon with you all the time. You use it, and then you go to the county jail. And then you're going to be exposed. That because you don't have your gun in there, you ain't got it. You're going to have to get them up. There's going to be times you can't get to your knife in there in the county jail. You're going to have to get them up. Believe that. And if you don't know how to get them up, you're in trouble. And if you're not going to know how to get them up because you ain't been out here fighting. All you doing is shooting. Scared to fight. So you're in trouble. That's what happened with old Charlie, and that's what happened with old Mark Ferman. Not really about that life. Got to be careful. The politics are serious, even in the county jail. And the violence is ever present and just waiting to ignite. If it has not ignited, it's waiting to ignite. And anything will ignite it. particularly any amount of disrespect. I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments. Charlie was sick. He couldn't get out of bed. Did they have to beat on him? I don't know. You let me know what you think. Did they have to abuse Ferman the way that they did? They abused Ferman, bro. Charlie had it good. You may as well say they gave Charlie a cookie compared to how they did Ferman. Did Ferman have that coming? I don't know. Well, probably because you got to be careful. Respect is number one. It's number one. As soon as someone feels disrespect, whether you think you have or not, whether you think it's trivial and minute or not, if they take umbrage to it, your life is in danger. Stay safe and stay free, people.